So what happened the camera kept going in and out. And then we decided, I saw all these kids. There were about 25 souls. I'm not asking you to come back, and nobody stand in front of the camera. The camera kept going in and out, in and out. And after the show, I finally said, okay, why are you here? And they said, well, you asked the question. I said, which one was that? In my Empowerment Through Enlightenment class, I would always center, raise the vibration, and then I would allow all of the souls that were in the class to tell me what it is that they unified decision, not verbally, their souls, of what it is they wanted to talk about. And I think that the last video was about mothers and children, and should I or shouldn't I, or can I not? And as I started to really ask, I mean, that's what the kids were here for. Some wanted parents, some said they were my parent, and yeah, they just, the message is about that love, and that, you know, we came together. Now there's a lot of questions and a lot of pain when it comes to losing children. My mother lost a child, and I was 7, and my brother, I think, was 18 or something like that. And it just devastated my mother, and I felt like I've lost my mother. I was, you know, she was just a shell. Took a couple of years to regroup and regather, and the problem is that she had a baby, a 2-year-old besides me, which is 7, and then the rest of us. So I know as a child how it feels when the mother has a very emotional thing. You know, you just, it hits the children. It's like, where'd they go? And children, especially the younger ones, will want to save their parents. Like, where's my mommy? Where's my daddy? And then they will try to save their parent. And it's amazing to see in a child's mind that they just want that particular connection that they had again. And the hardest part about being a mother is you don't want to damage your children. You know, but if you look, every adult, once we're children, every adult is somehow screwed up in some form, and you wonder what kind of childhood they had. But then every mother is most mothers have done their best to be the best that they can, and they don't want to screw up their child, but yet there just seems to be a pattern. Well, regardless. So I always felt like my mother, I didn't have my mother. I felt abandoned to some degree, not having that mother nurturance, even though my mother was a very loving mother. And she would do things and love me and was there for me. But yet, it wasn't until I got older that I realized, oh, it took only one instant to create that thing that our souls both raised our hands. I said, I need to feel abandoned. My mother said, okay, I'll do it. You know, not consciously, not willingly, but on a soul contract wise, yes. So it can be very hard to understand and comprehend of what really is going on. But we're both there to teach each other lessons, to help us unlearn what we need to, take us to the next level, because we're all these little beginners. And once we start to get confused and to question, then that's like as soon as you're about ready to graduate to the next level, and you start questioning, and because you think you know it all, or you don't know it all, but yet you don't care that you don't know it all. But then all of a sudden you get curious, and then eventually you start to graduate. But it's unconscious incompetence to conscious competence, and then you do that back and forth until you become this master. And it doesn't mean you're grand. It just means you've leveled up. And it feels good, because then you look back and there's a part of you that doesn't want to go back to kindergarten. Why do you need to? Why do you want to?